In a strategic corner of East Asia, a conflict shaped by global ideologies divided a people, redrew borders, and created one of the most tense regions on the planet. The so-called Korean War never ended with a definitive agreement. It was merely suspended, and its effects remain to this day. For centuries, Korea was a unified nation with its own culture, language, and identity. However, global events of the 20th century transformed this territory into a strategic piece on the international chessboard. With the end of the Second World War, global powers began to compete for influence. Korea was provisionally divided along the 38th parallel, creating two distinct administrations in the north. A regime aligned with the socialist bloc, and in the south, a structure supported by Western nations. What began as a political division quickly evolved into direct confrontations between organized forces. Troops crossed borders, cities were contested, and the peninsula became one of the main stages of what became known as the Cold War. The conflict quickly ceased to be merely regional. A coalition led by the United Nations entered the scene, while socialist powers began to support the northern side. While leaders made strategic decisions, millions of civilians faced displacement, scarcity, and the separation of entire families. Villages were emptied, routines disappeared, and survival became the greatest challenge. After years of confrontations, the conflict reached a stalemate. Neither side achieved a definitive victory. In 1953, an armistice was signed, creating a demilitarized zone that still exists today. Technically, the war never ended. The armistice was not a peace treaty. The two Koreas remained divided, with profoundly different political, economic, and social systems. Decades later, the Korean War continues to influence diplomatic decisions, military strategies, and the balance of power in East Asia. It's a reminder of how global decisions can divide peoples for generations. A conflict suspended in time, still echoing in the present and challenging the future. If you enjoyed this content, like the video, share it with those interested in history and geopolitics, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming documentaries.